watch 10 Connects News, now available in high definition, powered by Bright House Networks, home of free HD. From Tampa Bay's Information Center, this is 10 Connects News at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Melanie Brooks in for Ginger Gadsden today. No more waiting. The digital transition is here. Congress decided to push it back from February, but today, June 12th, is the day television stations across the country have been waiting for. We certainly have. 10 Connects anchor Dave Worth is standing by live right now in our Master Control Center. He is with our General Manager and Vice President of Engineering, getting ready for the switch here at 10 Connects to happen in literally seconds. Hey, Dave, how's it going in there?
Hello, Melanie. So far, so good, but we're hoping it goes exactly right in just a couple of seconds. I'm sure it will. These guys have been working on it. We're in Master Control. This is the moment of truth. Vice President of Engineering, Jerry Michaels, the guy over on the phone there. And right here, the man that's going to pull the switch is Ken Tonning, our General Manager at 10 Connects. So I think it's about time. Ken, do the honors.
All right, here we go.
Due to the bankruptcy of this famous store in New York, high-end outdoor furniture comes to Haynes, Virginia Beach Saturday at discounts that will never be available again. 5,000 selections of outdoor dining, seating, and accessories. High-quality teak, cast aluminum, wicker, and rattan. Unrepeatable discounts, 50% off normal selling prices. And because it's Haynes, no interest and no payments till 2011. If you ever want quality outdoor furniture, you'll never see prices this low. This weekend at Haynes.
The frog's been throwing down windmill jams on the humans. Superior species, my butt. See, the frog's got unlimited game, so I have tons of airtime to tear up the rims. We'll talk up the ladies. Yeah, baby, I'll shout at you later. Now, if you'll excuse me, school is back in session. New Frog Wireless. Unlimited talk, unlimited game. For just $30. No contract or credit check. In your face. Available at Intellos.
Hello. Are you ready for Imagine That? Critics are calling Imagine That hilarious and heartwarming. Eddie Murphy is at his hysterically funny best.
You throw balls at the kids?
No, they're throwing them at me. Imagine That. Rated PG.
Welcome to the digital world. By June 12th, Antenna TV will be all digital. Get ready with a digital TV set or converter box. Plug the cable from the output of the converter box to the TV's input. Use the right antenna and start enjoying free digital TV now.
Win tickets to 311. Log on to CW27.com to enter.
From Norfolk to Portsmouth, from Virginia Beach to Newport News, from Hampton to Suffolk and Chesapeake, we are CW27, your home for the CW.
7, or write to the address on your screen. Major funding is provided by the Partridge Foundation, a John and Polly Guth charitable fund. Park Foundation, dedicated to heightening public awareness of critical issues. The Kohlberg Foundation, the Herb Alpert Foundation, Marilyn and Bob Clements and the Clements Foundation, Bernard and Audrey Rappaport and the Bernard and Audrey Rappaport Foundation, the Fetzer Institute, the John D. and Catherine T. MacArthur Foundation, the Orfala Family Foundation, the Public Welfare Foundation, and by our sole corporate sponsor, Mutual of America, providing retirement plan products and services to employers and individuals since 1945. Mutual of America, your retirement company.
We are PBS.
Hello, I'm David Crabtree with Capital Broadcasting, proud supporter of North Carolina's statewide public television network. And you're watching UNC TV.
Member support for UNC TV has never been more urgently needed. We must reach our annual fundraising goal of $11.3 million by June 30th. Given the current economic situation, fewer UNC TV viewers have been able to contribute, and our state operating budget has been reduced by 7% this year. UNC TV is weathering the storm through careful use of resources, by making every dollar count to broadcast life-changing television that educates and informs our state, and by providing a safe haven for our children. The goal is daunting, but UNC TV will make it through these difficult times if every member gives even a modest contribution. We won't wait for a better economy to keep the programs and services you cherish coming for another year. So please, give as generously as possible to UNC TV. And thanks for your support.
On Frontline, the Golden Boy, the Outsider, the Dealmaker.
Paulson was trying to save the system.
A shotgun murder.
The moment they signed the deal, they knew there was a
Breaking the bank. Watch Frontline.
Tuesday night at 9 here on member-supported UNC TV. If you're installing a new digital television or a converter box, it's a good time to check out the condition of your antenna. If your indoor or outdoor antenna is old, or you're not getting a good digital TV signal,
or you just want to find out what antenna is right for you, you can log on to www.antennaweb.org. You can also call your local antenna installer, and they can check your system or tell you what you need.
From the mountains to the coast, from East Tennessee to the Hampton Roads region of Virginia, you're watching North Carolina's statewide public television network.
Fox 29. At this time, WUTV Channel 29, Buffalo, New York, concludes its operating day. WUTV is owned and operated by Sinclair Television of Buffalo Incorporated and serves the Niagara Frontier by the authority of the Federal Communications Commission. WUTV is licensed to operate from studios located in Buffalo, New York, with a transmitter located in Grand Island, New York. Programs being telecast today are live via studio or satellite or originate from audio-visual tape recordings.
Oh, say, can you see my yonder divine, what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, through frost stripes and bright stars, through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red flare along bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of
passed back in 1989, but never strictly enforced. Well, phones, computers, and all other gadgets got more than 1,000 people lining up to get into Apple's newest Valley store today. This is now the largest Apple store in Arizona. It's in Scottsdale, near Scottsdale Road and Kierland Boulevard.
Well, he's done it before, so why let age keep him from doing it again? And that's exactly why former President George H.W. Bush jumped from a plane to celebrate his 85th birthday, just like he did for his 75th and 80th. And again, he jumped tandem with a member of the Army's Golden Knights.
For me, I don't know how this president feels. Getting a bill passed through Congress is much harder. This isn't hard. You got professionals know what they're doing, and they just relax and enjoy it.
Mr. Bush learned to jump in the Navy. He actually had to jump out of his plane when it was shot down in the Pacific during World War II.
But this particular jump, he seemed to be having a lot more fun.
When you're with the Golden Knights, though, I mean,
How could
might
you
as well
not?
relax.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Back here on the ground, we're certainly enjoying these cooler temperatures.
We have been. In the last 8 days, that's pretty much our weather story. We've been below normal. The question is it going to end? I'm going to answer that.
Do you have the answer?
I do have the answer. I do have the answer. 8 straight days. We started on June 5th. Here we are on June 11th. It's going to be coming to an end this weekend. No, not right now. It looks like we'll be warming up into the upper 90s tomorrow. Still pretty nice. A little bit warmer, though, going into Sunday. And so next week looks pretty interesting. We'll get to the 7-day in just a minute. First of all, let's talk about what happened today. Normal daytime high 104. We topped out at 97. In some parts of the valley, we're flirting, getting close to that century mark. Queen Creek got up to 99 degrees today, 97 in Goodyear, 93 over there in Glendale. Live outside as we look across Interstate 17 back behind us. You can see what's happened today. 112 was the record, and we're in 86 right now, so we've cooled down out of the 90s down to the 80s, 84 in Scottsdale. 12% the humidity, the pressure is rising, and high pressure is why I think temperatures will go up a few more degrees coming up into tomorrow. Now, why is the high pressure rising? It's edging in back from the east, and the low pressure that's been bringing us to below normal temperatures, this trough, is starting to
ready to go. But have no fear. You can call our DTV call center right now with your questions. We have a bunch of people who make Channel 12 run. They have studied up. They even have a couple cheat sheets, just in case. If you have any questions, please do give us a call. The phone number is 602-257-1212 or 888-838-5769 outside the Valley. Tonight, there are 5 different scenarios that'll play out in the next half hour or so for most of you. 1, cable TV. If you're watching us right now on cable TV, nothing should change. If the lines run directly into our building, and as long as you're watching on the cable system, you should be okay. Now, number 2, satellite users. So here's the deal. You don't have to do a single thing, but you may end up losing your signal at some point in the next half hour. Why? The satellite providers have to go through and keep rescanning the new digital channel signal. Satellite companies tell us your outage could last as much as 30 minutes, but don't worry, your signal will come back. 3, converter boxes. You've heard a lot about the converter boxes. You'll need them if you have an older TV, but don't have cable or satellite. Lots of folks have them set up already and have been using them with no problems at all. But tonight, you are going to have to rescan or auto-scan again, the same way Rick DeBrule has been telling us to do for months. Using the converter box remote, look for the button labeled menu and do your auto-scan or channel scan. It doesn't take that long, and it'll ensure that you get our new digital signal. The Geek Squad will help you set up your converter box for free tomorrow. Employees can help you hook up your VCR and other devices to the converter box. But the only way to get free help is to call this special Geek Squad number instead of going into Best Buy. Call 877-229-3889. Geek Squad will have the phones manned from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Arizona time. Warning, though, you will be charged if you go into the Best Buy store. And number 4, digital antenna TV. If you watch us on digital 12.1 or 12.2, and you're doing that that with an antenna and a TV that can get digital signals, you'll need to do another scan at 10:35 tonight, so in about 20 minutes. You can do that by going onto the on-screen menu and do an auto scan or auto setup to see us once again. And by the way, if you're using an antenna in a stucco house, you may have some issues getting a clear signal because there is metal wiring in the stucco. You can put the antenna near a window, or you can always get an outdoor antenna. And number 5, translators. If you watch us now on an over-the-air signal that's via translators, in the Mojave Valley, Kingman area, Prescott Channel 6, Payson Channel 22, Globe Channel 61. Could take a few days, even up to a week, for your signal to get back up online. All right, now let's head back to Mark in Master Control for the highly anticipated switch. Mark?
Faye, this is kind of exciting. It's like being Dick Clark at Times Square on New Year's Eve, except now we're going to be switching to digital. So I'm going to say to Herb up at our tower and to Andy, let's flip the switch right now.
Así es que los invito a participar y a llenarse de gozo porque este día la televisión es más clara, Eric. No como antes.
Lo escuchamos ahí del señor Pablo Félix, del señor Don Bigotes, quien ha sido parte de la familia Univisión por bastantes años, quien pues ha sido un gran personaje muy conocido de nuestra teleaudiencia en el programa Teledía, ¿verdad? Y pues quién mejor que él, ¿verdad? Que ha seguido tanto tiempo la televisión junto a nosotros, Univisión 33, para decirnos qué tan importante es este cambio de la era análoga a la era digital. Y bueno, pues siendo verdad que él ha sido parte de esta familia Univisión de nosotros y parte de la televisión, pues lo está viviendo, ¿verdad? En estos momentos con su familia y pues precisamente, digo, aquí ellos están siguiéndolo muy de cerca. Rápidamente, en 20 segundos, díganos.
Gracias, Univisión, gracias por invitarme, gracias por ser parte de su familia. Y aquí estoy yo para servirles. Pablo el Bigotes Félix.
Lo tenemos ahí de sus propias palabras, igual que nuestra teleaudiencia siguen esta era digital paso a paso que es tan importante. Ahora en estos momentos regresamos al estudio con Mari y Felipe. Yo soy Eric Iglesias. Continuamos.
Un poquito más para allá. Gracias a toda la familia Félix. Un beso, un abrazo fuerte. Grandes amigos de Univisión 33, señor. Y vaya que tenemos momentos especiales, chicos, de recordar con esta familia y con muchas familias de nuestra comunidad, Felipe.
Pero ha llegado la hora de la verdad, ¿verdad?
Se nos acabó la era análoga de la televisión, Felipe.
Ya viene el apagón.
El apagón en unos instantes, ya estamos a escasos segundos, minutos de cortar de lleno con la era análoga, pero inicia una nueva era donde nos va a haber más claridad en imagen, mejor sonido, señor. Hay que estar celebrando. Es un poquito triste porque dejamos, 30 años de Univisión en transmisión análoga.
Y es que una de 4 personas que utiliza esta droga, la neomelubrina o metamizol sódico, como se conoce.
De acuerdo al abogado de la diócesis, ese es solo el principio de la cooperación que existirá entre el obispo y el procurador del condado, Maricopa.
Recinto del Centro de Artes de la ciudad de Chandler, donde estas personas fueron citadas.
Y este vehículo, que ya desde la semana pasada inició su recorrido por diversas áreas del valle.
Fue en este hospital donde Lisette Callaga fue internada para ser tratada por una fuerte infección estomacal, lugar de donde ya... Ahí veíamos, señora, grandes compañeros, ex compañeros de Univisión 33.
A Vicente Serrano también, ¿eh?
30 segundos solamente, 30 segundos de transmisión análoga y ya entramos a la nueva era digital. Gracias por estar con nosotros en este momento histórico, definitivamente en compañía de Univisión 33.
Y paciencia, ¿no? Paciencia, porque todos los cambios
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right now. This is a big deal. I mean, we're changing really direction of what we've done with the television station for the last 56 years.
And Bill, you work with the legendary Charlie Hall, who is no longer with us, but he signed Channel 5 on the air. Technically, we're signing off that same signal. We're going to sign it off right now.
He did. He said Channel 5 is now alive 56 years ago. Right now, we'll say Channel 5 is alive in the new century as we broadcast in digital television. Are we ready?
Let's do it, Bill.
4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Channel 5 is now alive as WCSC DT, Digital Television, and we are starting our new show now at 6 o'clock live.
el ritmo te lleva a mover la cabeza, ya empezamos como es. Turn down for what?
2 million victims that were killed during the regime of Pol Pot.
Hu Men and many others hope the trial will encourage Cambodians to examine the darkest chapter in their history. Only then, he says, can the country look to a brighter future.
The view from Cambodia from Deutsche Welle. And that is World Focus for this Tuesday evening. Join us for our weekly Blog Talk Radio discussion tonight on China's role in Africa. It's on our website. That's worldfocus.org. I'm Martin Savage in New York. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you back here again tomorrow. Until then, have a great evening.
If you're a regular viewer here at WHRO, you've heard us say for a long time that on February 17th, analog TV goes away. What you might not have heard is that Congress recently extended that date to June 12th. But you should know that WHRO will continue to turn its analog signal off on February 17th. To do otherwise would cost the station $87,000. That's money that you provide to the station, each and every one of you. So, WHRO will turn its analog signal off on February 17th. If you're not sure if you're ready, call the number on your screen and talk to our volunteers. They'll make sure you're ready for the digital transition.
After February 2009, antenna TVs stopped working. Only this box converts them to digital. Find out how to get one with this discount coupon. Call this number or visit this website. Make sure your TV is DTV. Antenna TV viewers know to upgrade our TVs with a low-cost digital converter box, but also make sure to get the best VHF UHF antenna. Visit antennaweb.org.
Okay, a quick question. I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut tree, the wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you.
WLNS-TV and KHQ 98 in Lansing, Michigan is ending analog telecast operations. WLNS-TV is owned and operated by Young Broadcasting of Lansing Incorporated and has been authorized by the Federal Communications Commission to end transmission on Channel 6, a frequency of 82 to 88 megahertz with a visual power of 100,000 watts and an aural power of 20,000 watts. WLNS operations and now transmits on digital channel 36. To view our digital signal, please rescan your newer digital television or converter box. For a limited time, we will be operating at reduced power while we complete our digital facility. For more information about reduced power operation or the DTV transition, visit WLNS.com. Send us an email, call, or write us at the station address on your screen. WLNS TV is a CBS affiliate and is committed to bringing you the finest in network and local programming. The management and staff of WLNS TV hope you enjoy the crystal clear pictures and sound of digital television.
WZTV-TV, licensed to Nashville, Tennessee, has terminated its analog operations as of 11:59 p.m. February 17, 2009. Which is earlier than the new Nashville transition date of June 12, 2009 for all broadcast stations to cease analog operations. Viewers who are subscribers to a service such as cable or satellite will not be affected by this change. In order to continue to receive WZTV signal over the air on digital channel 17.1, viewers must have either a digital television with a digital tuner or must connect a digital to analog converter to their analog television. Converters are generally available at local electronic retailers in the area. For questions or comments, you may contact WZTV at 615-369-5501 during normal business hours, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Write to us at 631 Main Street Drive, Nashville, Tennessee, 37228, or visit www.517.com or www.dtv.gov for additional information. Viewers may also call 1-888-CALL-FCC.
Programming at WNAV.SPGnet.com. Viewers may also call 1-888-CALL-FCC, 1-888-225-5322.
Relationship between the mob and Las Vegas. Lots of holes in the desert, Pesci's character said, and a lot of problems buried in those holes. And so now, a $50 million proposal for a mob museum in the heart of Sin City. Forget about it? So fast. For Neil Karlinski, it's a sign of the times.
In old-time Las Vegas, the bright lights hid a dark underworld run by some of the most popular bad guys in modern history, with names like Bugsy Siegel, Frank Lefty Rosenthal, Tony the Ant Spilatro, and Frank Cullotta. What was your life exactly? Who were you?
I was a gangster, I was a burglar, I was a murderer, I was an extortionist, I was an arsonist, I was everything that you wouldn't want to be. I was. I'm not no more of that. I'm a different man now.
Frank Cullotta is a retired mob guy and murderer, fresh out of the witness protection program, and not willing to tell us the name he goes by today. Who'd you kill?
Well, a couple people. One was out here in Vegas, and one was in Chicago, a suburb of Chicago, which was a car bombing.
Whether or not you know Frank, you probably know his work.
I was so good that whenever I bet, I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
He was a technical advisor to Martin Scorsese for the film Casino, where this guy, the actor Frank Vincent, played a character based on him.
You want to have dinner? Come on.
Instead of playing himself, Frank had a small role as yet another tough guy. If there was ever a city to embrace its sordid past, Las Vegas is it. Built on mob money and proud of it.
You didn't pay him the money that was due to him when it was due. His favorite method of torture was an ice pick to the scrotum. And they speak French too.
This 2-hour mob tour on a bus is child's play compared to what the city's mayor has planned.
Courtroom should be around here to the right.
Las Vegas Mayor Oscar Goodman took us on a tour of the city's old courthouse, shuttered long ago. It is a place filled with the ghosts of Sin City's mob past, where organized crime hearings were held back in the 50s. Today, the mob is...
WRTV Channel 6 will now officially turn off our analog signal, but we're still broadcasting in crystal clear digital. If you currently subscribe to a cable or satellite system, your TV should not be affected. But if you are seeing this message and have cable or satellite, please contact your provider. However, if you are watching an older analog television and watching an over-the-air signal via rabbit ears or antenna, you need to install a converter box to continue watching. To obtain a converter box, call 1-888-DTV-2009 or visit the DTV answer section at theindychannel.com. In a few moments, after 60 years, WRTV will turn off our analog signal and only broadcast in 100% digital. But first, a look back at over 60 years of analog history here at Channel 6.
questions about the Big Switch, go to our website, WNEP.com.
Features people who are known as traditional country music and bluegrass players.
I've got you under my skin.
The first artist.
Good afternoon. Welcome to our opening program on your community television station, WMVS Television. Educational television around the country is certainly on the upgrade. There's a meeting going on right now in St. Louis with representatives of 28 educational stations from around the country. Planning programs to bring to the people of the country, and certainly Milwaukee today, begins its service of educational television to the Milwaukee area.
That was a key moment in Milwaukee television history. Channel 10 General Manager Paul Taft welcoming the viewing audience during the station's very first program, October 28, 1957. It was southeastern Wisconsin's first non-commercial educational television station. And then on January 28, 1963, a similar event occurred when WMVT Channel 36 began broadcasting. In a few moments, we will mark another milestone in Milwaukee television history when the analog stations of both WMVS Channel 10 and WMVT Channel 36 end broadcasting, a little after 9 o'clock this morning, June 12, 2009. Over the years, thousands of professionals, volunteers, and students, supported by generous members, underwriters, federal and state funding, and our licensee, Milwaukee Area Technical College, have provided a unique television service to our area. Unparalleled educational children's programming and lifelong learning, balanced and in-depth news and public affairs, history and science, a passion for arts and culture, coverage of environmental concerns, and a voice for diverse communities. Outdoor Wisconsin, Ethically Milwaukee, Black Nouveau and Adelante, the Circus Parade, the Great TV Auction, and the Milwaukee Symphony. I Remember, Children's Fair, The Making of Milwaukee. All award-winning locally produced series and specials that have aired alongside the best quality national public television offerings. From Nova to Great Performances, American Experience to Masterpiece Theater, This Old House, Julia Child, McNeil Lehrer, Antiques Roadshow, Mr. Rogers, and, of course, Sesame Street. All TV icons brought into your home for more than 50 years on analog TV. Milwaukee Public Television isn't going away, of course, but once we sign off the analog transmitters, you'll need to have a digital TV, a digital converter box, or a cable or satellite service to continue to watch the new digital channels 10 and 36. On digital channels 10.1 and 36.1 through 36.8, you'll be able to see all your old favorites and groundbreaking new programs and services for years to come. So now it's time to do this. Right after we sign off analog and we air the national anthem, please join us on Milwaukee Public Television's new digital stations, WMVS DT and WMVT DT. And if you have any questions about the switch to digital, we're running a phone bank until 9 o'clock tonight to answer them. Call us at 1-800-221-1036. Thank you for your support all these years, and stay with us now for the new era at MPTV, digital television. And now, for the very last time, I have the honor of saying you've been watching WMVS Channel 10 and WMVT Channel 36, Milwaukee. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
nation. Blessed with victory and peace, may the heavens you climb. Praise the power that hath made and preserved us a nation. Then conquer we must, when our cause it is just, and this be our motto: in God is our trust, and the star-spangled banner in triumph shall wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Eyewitness News is all about local coverage.
Coverage of breaking news.
They're burning all the way to the tops of these trees.
Major news. And liftoff of Discovery. Important stories where you live.
National Guard taking them out of here.
And severe weather.
Take your tornado precautions right now. This is a very dangerous storm.
It's a challenge we meet daily to serve you every day. Every newscast.
Count on Channel 9 Eyewitness News at 6 p.m. Local coverage you can count on.
Does this Beneful have any less flavor or nutrition just because I saved money on it? Nope. The exact same brand sold in pet specialty stores at Walmart's unbeatable price. Save money, live better. Walmart.
Imagine one eye drop so exceptional it relieves 7 symptoms. New Visine Totality Multi-Symptom. Now reduce the red, bathe the dry and gritty, soothe the itch, irritated, burning, and watering. Visine Totality. No other drop does more. SPF measures UVB rays, not UVA rays. Rays that can cause skin damage and even skin cancer. That's why Neutrogena created Ultra Sheer with Helioplex for the highest combined UVA UVB protection. Get the best. Neutrogena Ultra Sheer.
Sandals Royal Bahamian. Experience the exotic adventure of an offshore island and the elegant sophistication of a world-class resort, all on the vacation of your dreams. Book now, save up to 55%. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
Is the world's most finicky eater gonna love her Friskies any less if I spent less on them? No.
The exact same brand sold in pet specialty stores at Walmart's unbeatable price. Save money, live better. Walmart.
This is WFTV Orlando. WFTV signed on February 1st, 1958 as WLOF-TV. We have proudly served the Central Florida community ever since. Today, our analog service fades into history, marking the end of our transition to digital and the beginning of an era of crystal clear HD TV with new services that only digital can bring. We thank those who have come before us, and we look forward to another 50 years of service to our community. WFTV Analog is now signing off. However, our digital service continues. For more information, call 1-800-972-9388.
In HD from today's TMJ4.
This is Live at Noon.
Well, if you are not hooked up for digital television, you're about to find out. An historic moment is upon us here at today's TMJ4. In just a few moments, we will discontinue programming on our analog signal. Today's TMJ4, like every television station in the country, will be shutting down our old transmitter. We'll hit the switch in about 2 or 3 minutes. Here's the guy helping us make that switch. His name is George Kasdorf. He's a retired engineer from today's TMJ4 who helped put this television station on the air for the first time. That was way back in 1947. Mr. Kasdorf has temporarily come out of retirement to help us in this historic moment. And if you're not ready for the switch, you're going to know. If your television is not equipped to handle our digital signal, you'll lose this program, and you'll see a graphic with some telephone numbers to call for help. These folks at our studios here on Capitol Drive are ready to take your calls. Our phone bank is up and running and will remain so today until 7 o'clock. As I referenced earlier, WTMJ Television first fired up the transmitter and began broadcasting in 1947. A lot of things have happened around here since then, and it's been our goal and our duty to bring those events into your homes. You may recognize some of these faces from this news open that debuted in 1982. But we went on air long before that. We experimented with a closed-circuit TV station back in the 1930s. But then World War II stopped the production of TVs. On December 3rd, 1947, our transmitter went on the air for the first time. Over the years, we've covered historic news events, the politically charged Milwaukee 14, the riots of 1967. We've also covered Wisconsin sports from the beginning, the beloved Milwaukee Braves. Perhaps less memorable, but, well, certainly interesting, something we dug up called table bowling. We also produced a variety of shows over the years, including something called Hot Shot. And who out there remembers when Samson the Gorilla was just a baby? Color TV, stereo TV, HD TV, extraordinary advances in the technology of television over the years, and the digital revolution is upon us. For this historic moment, we send it into our Master Control Center, and Scott Steele is standing by there. Scott, with our special guest.
Vinny, I'll tell you what, this is truly historic, and rarely in life do you get an opportunity to witness up close what is truly a historic moment, and that's what's going to happen right here in just a few minutes. You know, we have been undergoing a massive change, a massive upgrade in operations here throughout Journal Communications, and you are right now looking at Master Control Operations, where everything has been converted in the last 12 months or more to digital television, which is a better signal and will be able to provide you higher quality broadcasts. But the man who remembers what it was like in the beginning, remember all that fuzzy stuff with ghosts and things on your screen? George Kasdorf. He was the second engineer hired back in 1947. And we went on the air December 3rd of that same year. So just less than a month later. You remember the switch being flipped?
Yes, I remember the day. That day, our mic boom came in. And so I worked all day putting it together, and so we used it that evening for the ceremonies.
What was it like back in those days? We'll look at some pictures in a moment from your album that you brought in, but it was fascinating to see. Everything was bigger, that's for sure.
Oh, yes, and it was made like military equipment. You know, they were like suitcases, although they were kind of heavy with the big transformers and the tubes and everything. And we started out after we got on the air, like on Thursday, it was wrestling night. So we had a program in the lobby at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and maybe 3:30 we'd haul that camera, and we had 2 cameras. And we'd haul that out to a truck. We didn't have a remote truck either.
George, you know what? We'll talk more about that in a moment, but we've got just about 30 seconds until we're going to make that switch. I'd like to have you come right over here, walk right in front of me, and you're going to be pressing the button over here. You know what you're going to be doing?
Oh, yes.
I
rehearsed.
All right, here we go. Let's have the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And look at that. We have gone from analog and digital to now exclusively a digital signal here throughout southeastern Wisconsin. A historic moment.
Brought to you by the Illinois Department of Tourism. To find your perfect getaway, visit enjoyillinois.com. Illinois, mile after magnificent mile. On Wayne TV, CBS Fort Wayne. This is coverage you can count on News Channel 15's First News.
Good Friday morning to you. It is 8:55. I'm Matt McCutcheon. We are just 5 minutes away from history in the making right here on Wayne TV. More on that in just a moment. But first, let's get the meteorologist Ray Shop now for our first check of our weekend forecast. Good morning, Ray.
Well, good morning. Yeah, it looks like we are going to see a fairly decent day today as temperatures will be in the mid-70s this afternoon. In fact, we're looking for a high right around 74 with a light northeast wind, a mix of sun and clouds as we head through the day. Overnight low near 52. We'll look for mid-seas as we head into Saturday. Not looking too bad. May scattered shower late in the day. Mostly cloudy skies on Sunday. Monday highs should be near 80, and we'll look for mid to upper 80s by the end of next week. It's going to be quite humid, and we're going to see some thunderstorms. Well, that's it for weather today. Let's take a look at traffic. Tina Harris has got the latest.
Today's traffic sector 15 report brought to you by O'Daniel Ford Mitsubishi on the web at o'danielauto.com. And we do have a two-car accident. It's at Coldwater and Jump. It's in the intersection, so please go down here. Once again, a two-car accident at Coldwater and Jump. That's the traffic sector 15 report. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Tina. As we've been telling you for just about nearly 3 years now, this is a historic day here at Wayne TV. We will power down our analog transmitter for the final time. Now, in just about 5 minutes, head engineer Jeff Thracian will head right over to this control panel and press this very button. It says XMTR off. That will power analog transmitter for the final time here at Wayne TV, and so doing in nearly 50 years of broadcast history. Now, right after that switch takes place, this transmitter panel right here will become quiet, as it will no longer be broadcasting that analog signal. Right after the switch, and Jeff Thracian will head right down here. This is our digital control panel, and right here, you'll press a couple of different buttons on this panel. Definitely a lot of technology right here. This will boost our digital signal all the way from 300,000 watts to a total of 1 million watts. That will be one of the strongest digital signals here in the new Channel 15 Fort Wayne viewing area. Now, this will help alleviate people who may have some problems watching us out in the outlying areas and may have to continuously tune their converter boxes. So by boosting our digital signal, you should see a better picture because of that. Now, we do also want to let you know that because of all of our work today, you will want to rescan your converter box periodically throughout the day to make sure you're getting the best picture from us. Now, we understand this may cause a little bit of difficulty. Because of that, we have set up an email address for any questions you may still have about this government-mandated conversion. That email address on your screen at dtv2009 at WA.com. We also have several resources available to you on our website, Wayne.com, and we'll have more on this conversion for you throughout the day on Wayne.com and at noon. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.
This network is...
I'm Heather Herron. News Channel 15 delivers coverage you can count on.
Weekend's 26th annual Italian Street Festival. This weekend's event features different Italian meat, pasta, salads, and desserts. Admission's free. The fun starts tonight and runs through 11. Just 6 south of downtown. The festival continues through tomorrow.
We're back on Wish TV in about 25 minutes with more weather and traffic.
And you can always get the latest on WishTV.com. Enjoy your weekend.
Welcome to the digital world. By June 12th, Antenna TV will be all digital. Get ready. Buy a digital set or a converter box like this. Setup is easy. Plug this cable from the output of the converter box to your TV set. Use the right antenna, scan for channels, and start enjoying free digital TV now. To learn more, visit btvanswers.com or phone 888-CALL-FCC. Antenna TV goes all digital on June 12th, so get ready and tell a friend.
It's an awesome weekend of hot rods, customs, classics, muscle cars, and quarter-mile nostalgia drags. 12th, 13th, and 14th, it's the Good Guys 21st Hot Rod Nationals at O'Reilly Raceway Park. Featuring over 5,000 Dixie-colored vintage vehicles through 1972, plus nitro-burning funny cars and dragsters, beer grinding gassers, and more. And new exhibits and
About a major flooring retailer's inventory, and trucks are arriving daily. You save 50 to 75% off big box store prices. That means 3 rooms of flooring for the price of just 1. Laminate flooring starting at 79 cents. Hardwood flooring starting at 99 cents. Mohawk carpet with lifetime stain warranty just 79 cents a square foot. Hurry, sale ends Saturday. I-65 and Lafayette Road, Indianapolis.
Is any television station signal. If you cannot see Wish TV or My Indie TV on the digital channels, please call us at 317-923-8888 or contact the FCC for more information at 888-2255-322 or online at dtv.gov. The federally mandated DTV conversion has now occurred. By law, Wish TV and My Indie TV, along with all other television stations in the United States, must cease broadcasting on their analog channels by June 12th. You must now have a digital television set or a digital set-top converter box to receive any television station signal. If you cannot see Wish TV or My Indie TV on the digital channels, please call us at 317-923-8888 or contact the FCC for more information at 888-2255-322 or online at dtv.gov. The federally mandated DTV conversion has now occurred. By law, Wish TV and My Indie TV, along with all other television stations in the United States, must cease.
You know, it's hard to believe 20 years on, and this music is still, as vibrant and wonderful and great. It could have been made yesterday. It's really fabulous. I love that song. It was quite the little jam going there, and there's more great songs when this concert continues. I hope you'll stay tuned because it's over, Pretty Woman, and more great music is coming in this newly restored, wide format, high definition show. Hi, I'm Joe Campbell.
And I'm Jessica Hanson York. Now, whether you're a longtime member or someone who's just joining us for the first time, we hope you realize that your support helps bring all of the wonderful programs to public television.
This station showcases the music we love, the artists that have made an impact in our lives. And we want you to join us by calling and making a financial investment in public television.
We're gonna roll, move on down the line.
Roy Orbison and Friends, Black and White Night, was produced with the strong support from contributors like you. Please, be an integral part of making positive and intelligent TV. Please support this public television station with a generous contribution, and we will send you some great thank you gifts so that you can enjoy much more of the essential Roy Orbison experience. With every donation of $70 or more, we would like to thank you with an exclusive CD that's only available to PBS donors. It's called Roy Orbison Live, and it includes 10 great live songs recorded throughout Roy's various world tours. Make a $180 investment in this station, and we'll send you the new box set, Roy Orbison, the Soul of Rock and Roll. This 4-CD collection is the definitive, career-spanning box set that includes 107 songs that chronicle the compelling sound and creative genius of a true American master. This set contains many original and alternate versions of the songs you heard on this program, and many more. The set also includes an extensive 96-page booklet of rare photos, remembrances, and essays. You'll also receive the exclusive PBS CD, Roy Orbison Live. If you prefer, please contribute $90 and we'll send you the show you're watching in either the standard DVD or the new 16:9 Blu-ray high-definition format. You'll also receive the PBS exclusive CD Roy Orbison Live, which is not available in stores. Or make a $70 donation to this station and we'll send you the companion CD to this program, Roy Orbison and Friends, Black and White Night. It contains the 16 songs from this fabulous show, plus a bonus song. You'll also receive the Roy
Orbison Live that's only available to PBS donors. Whatever way you choose to support this station, we would love to hear from you now. Your crucial support makes it possible. Please call now, or you can make a contribution through our secure website. The important thing is to call now. Thank you.
You'll be cool and twice to go, you know. Move on down the line. We're gonna do right all the time.
I'm back again with Barbara Orbison, who was not only married to Roy Orbison, but was also one of the producers of this show. Now, I know you've seen this show a million times, and I've seen it a lot of times too, but I got to tell you, it is just still amazing.
We were just in our dressing room, just really getting into the show. And I haven't really watched it that many times, but each time I watch it, I'm totally amazed.
And now seeing it for the first time in high definition is really fantastic too. But hey, let's talk about this this great box set that you've put together. This must have been a labor of love as well.
Yeah, it was a labor of love.
Because it took a long time.
In just over 2 minutes, this analog station WFYI TV 20 will go off the air forever. All programming can be seen digitally on 20.1 WFYI 1. Additional programming is also available on our other 2 digital broadcast channels, WFYI 2 and WFYI 3. In the time remaining, we would like to take an historical look at public television in Indianapolis. WFYI TV 20 began broadcasting to central Indiana on October 4th, 1970, through the tireless efforts of Ardith Burkhardt and her group of women known as Ardith's Army. Originally located on the grounds of the Indianapolis Museum of Art, the station has made 3 moves in the past 38 years to our current location at 1630 North Meridian. Countless hours by volunteers and staff over the years have made WFYI one of the most recognizable PBS stations in the Midwest. Now, we welcome you as our partner to the future of WFYI and the future of television.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you.
For the final time on the station, this is WFYI Channel 20, Indianapolis, concluding this broadcast era.
257-1234. KPNX, which is channel 12, is 602-257-1212. And last, KTVW, channel 33, is 602-243-3333. And here again are those phone numbers we gave you earlier. The FCC's national hotline is 1-888-CALL-FCC or 1-888-225-5322. Online, you can find DTV2009.org, and the ABC 15 DTV hotline is 1-877-222-5698. And as always, we're online for you at abc15.com. And again, if you're watching on cable or via satellite, you don't need to do a thing. Translator viewers don't need a converter box, but you won't be able to see ABC 15 until 6 this morning. This is our official ABC 15 analog sign-off. I'm Katie Rammel. We'll see you in digital.
So get ready and tell a friend.
KMBC TV has been proud to serve as the only analog nightlight station for the Kansas City area. Per FCC regulations, it is now time to sign off KMBC's analog transmitter. It's been a pleasure serving our viewers these past 60 years with analog television, and we invite you to watch for another 60 years on KMBC's digital channels. Thank you for watching. This is KMBC TV, Kansas City.
12:01 p.m. today, KLJB-TV Fox 18 will cease operation of its analog transmitter. KLJB-TV Fox 18 thanks you for watching us these past 24 years via our analog transmission. We now invite you to join us in the future of television via our digital transmitter. Watch us now and in the future on digital channel 18.1. If you have any questions concerning the digital conversion, Please call either of the phone numbers listed on the screen.
Wow, can you remember, Kabir and I were standing in here just going down memory lane. That was how we used to end the broadcast day. Really funny. Well, today is the end of another era in broadcasting.
Can you believe that? That is
No.
how, I mean, you used to have 3 channels,
Right.
and at the end of the day, you'd go to snow, you'd have the color
Yeah.
bars, the national anthem. Wow, made me feel really young. But today, as Allison said, we're ending analog television. That's the way we've always broadcast things here, and we're switching from analog to digital. There are a lot of people out there, though, that still have just a lot of questions about what's going to happen here. A lot of people are not ready for this big digital switch. Well, we have our experts in studio to answer your questions with a live phone bank. That phone bank is going to be running until 11:30 tonight. Dial the number that's on your screen, 202-895-3307.
Now, for those of you who are ready, it may not seem like much of a change, but the way that your TV is getting its picture will be forever different. Channel 5, DC's first television station, went on the air back in 1945, downtown on the 10th floor of the Hotel Harrington. We broadcasted picture and sound from this tiny antenna on the hotel roof. Obviously, things have changed a great deal since then, as we now look at our 5 seconds left.
All right, count it down.
You can go ahead and order your coupons from them.
There you go.
Less than 3 weeks for them to ship that. All right, you take care. Bye-bye.
There you go. He's about to flip that switch, and I think he just did it. All right. Well, hopefully you can still see us. That's right.
This is WSRE Television, Pensacola, Florida, ending another day of broadcast activity.
Tonight marks the last time these words will be heard on WSRE. It's the end of an era, the era of analog television broadcasting. From this point forward, the sun will never set on our signal. WSRE will broadcast digitally 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in 4 different streams of programming.
WSRE TV operates on UHF Channel 23 with a frequency of 524 to 530 megahertz and an effective radiated power of 302 megawatts visual and 603 kilowatts aural, as authorized by the Federal Communications Commission.
Evening sign-offs and morning sign-ons were a feature of the television landscape for decades. Stations were required by the FCC to provide certain technical information, but many chose to close their broadcast day with scenic views of their coverage area or the playing of the national anthem. At the conclusion of the sign-off, viewers became familiar with a variety of test patterns and color bars. From its black and white inception in 1967, change has been a constant at WSRE. As the analog age ends, we would like to take this opportunity to thank our viewers, our members, and our staff for their commitment to quality public television. On the web and with 4 programming streams, we look forward to continuing to serve the Gulf Coast community in the digital age. And now, for the last time in analog, we wish all of you a very pleasant evening.
Are you ready for the digital world? By June 12th, Antenna TV will be all digital. Remember to rescan your converter box or digital TV set, especially after June 12th, to get all your channels. Press Menu on your remote and choose the Channel Scan function. By rescanning, your TV set will find all the channels available in your area. Visit dtvanswers.com or phone 888-CALL-FCC to learn more. Antenna TV goes all digital on June 12th, so get ready and tell a friend.
The Cox Bundle makes life easier.
It saves you money, up to $190 a year. Digital cable, high-speed internet, and digital telephone, all from one local company.
All on one simple bill. Now that's convenient.
There's one thing we all agree on. The Cox Bundle. Bring home digital cable and access up to 180 channels and thousands of on-demand programs. Blazing fast internet with a free security suite and home phone service with our most popular calling features.
It's all about the latest technology. That's why I go with Cox.
Cox saves you money on the best services. It's that simple.
Don't forget the local support from 2,000 employees.
And the high-def channels are free. The Cox Bundle just makes everyone happy.
Good point.
Yeah, we're all a little different, but one thing we can all agree on.
The Cox Bundle.
Digital cable.
High-speed internet.
And digital telephone.
Get more out of what you're into with the Cox Bundle for just $99.40. Call 389-5013 today to order or visit CoxBestOffers.com.
Fox 43 News at 10. Hendon Road's most watched News at 10. Hendon Road. You're watching Fox 43.
Welcome to Merv Griffin's Crosswords. And now, here are your crossword solvers. Jared Bierlo, a pizza delivery man from Connecticut. And Kathleen Schroeder, an artist from Pennsylvania. And now, here's your host, Ty Dreadway.
Thank you, Ed. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Merv Griffin's Crosswords. Our answer to a game 60 million Americans can't get enough of. Now let's meet our crossword puzzle solvers for today. Jared Bierlo's here from Connecticut, hosts a weekly pub quiz competition.
I love it, Ty. Someday, I'm getting your job.
You know what? Someday we're moving the show inside a pub.
Okay.
Kathleen Schroeder's here from Pennsylvania, who's an artist, a fine artist.
I'm a fine artist.
What
I work with clay. I mostly do sculptures for the home and garden, but I've also been known to mix up some concrete now and then.
Interesting. Well, welcome to both of you. You both know how the game is played. First player to buzz in with the correct answer and the correct spelling earns cash. If you get it wrong, we're going to subtract that amount from your score, and your opponent may get a shot at it. You both ready to play?
Yes.
Great. Well, then let's do crosswords. Let's take a look at the puzzle we're going to be trying to complete today. Hands on buzzers, players. Good luck to both of you. Here is your first clue. 4 letters, $100. Figures involved in
12-9, only at Jessamine Chevy in Fairborn.
News Center 7 Special Edition begins right now.
Good evening, I'm Letitia Perry with a special edition of News Center 7. We are just minutes away from a historic moment. Analog TV is about to go dark. TV stations across the country and ours, WHIO TV, will switch to digital-only programming. We trust you're prepared for the big transition. Here's a quick checklist. If you're watching us right now on cable or satellite, the switch will not affect you. If you are watching us over the air off antenna, you will need a converter box to keep watching our digital signal. You can get a box for around $50 and coupons are still available. If you need a coupon, have any concerns or problems, or if you lose your signal after the switch in less than 2 minutes, you'll want to call the FCC. Their number, 888-CALL-FCC. The hotline is manned 24 hours a day. News Center 7's Mark Bruce is live in WHIO TV's master control room right now, where we are about to switch off the analog signal forever. Mark, we're part of history tonight.
Big part of history here, Letitia. We are in master control, and the big clock is up on the wall. When it hits 24 midnight, that is where we'll be switching over. So you see we're about 30 seconds. The switch is actually going to happen right over here with Chief Engineer Chuck Eastman. He's waving right there, and this is where the switch will happen again. If you are all set up, if you have the box, if you are on cable or satellite, you'll keep seeing us. If you don't see us, of course, that means you need to keep doing your thing. All right, here we go. We're going to have a countdown and get ready for it. 10, 9, 8, almost time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now. We're waiting to see what exactly we hear from our chief engineer. And we're just making sure we're getting everything right, getting it sure that it is off exactly like it should be, and we are almost there according to what we hear, and just clicking. So you should still be seeing us no matter what, and of course if you do see us right now, that's most likely a good thing. That means you already have your box and everything set up. So we're still working out right now exactly our switch.
7:30, only on Channel 15.
WDSC TV 15, New Smyrna Beach, plans to stop all analog transmissions on December 15th, 2008, before the mandatory date of February 17th, 2009. Due to major analog equipment failures, WDSC TV has been compelled to operate at drastically reduced power since September 25th, 2008. Viewers can continue to receive WDSC TV via cable, satellite providers, digital TV sets, or DTV converter boxes for analog sets. Digital televisions and converter boxes are available locally at electronic stores in your area. Coupons toward the cost of converter boxes can be obtained from www.dtv2009.gov or by calling 1-888-388-2009. Viewers may comment or request information at 1200 West International Speedway Boulevard in Daytona Beach. Call 386-506-4415 or email us at channel15@daytonastate.edu.
Broadcast of Nightly Business Report on Vermont Public Television is supported in part by Astral Media's Montreal Talk Rock Hot radio stations, CJAD 800, Virgin Radio 96, CHOM 97.7. By Merchants Bank, Vermont's independent statewide bank, serving the people and businesses of Vermont today and tomorrow. Merchants Bank, statewide and online. This program is also supported by contributing members like you.
You're watching viewer-supported Vermont Public Television, Vermont statewide public television network.
The magical and moving universe of Montreal's Cirque Eloise envelops Burlington's Flynn Center on Tuesday, February 17th and Wednesday, February 18th at 7:30 p.m. A triumph of theatrics, rhythm, acrobatic skills, circus acts, poetry, and music. Nabia creates a world where everything becomes possible and in which reality is transformed into dream. Cirque Eloise, Nabia. For tickets, call 86-FLYNN or go to flynncenter.org. As we have previously announced, on February 17, 2009, Vermont Public Television stations WETK Burlington, WVER Rutland, WVTB St. Johnsbury, and WVTA Windsor plan to permanently end analog broadcasting. This will occur prior to the new nationwide date for the digital transition, which has been moved to June 12, 2009. After February 17th, you can continue to receive our programming over the air using a digital television or by installing a converter box on older televisions. You can also receive our programming by subscribing to a cable or U.S. satellite service. To find a store near you that sells converter boxes, you can visit www.dtv2009.gov or www.vpt.org. To comment or to request more information, please call us at 1-800-639-7811 or write to us at Vermont Public Television, 204 Ethan Allen Avenue, Colchester, Vermont, 05446. Local broadcast of Charlie Rose on Vermont Public Television is supported in part by Nicholas Moore Booksellers, Montreal, Toronto, and Ottawa. Predominantly British bookshops, featuring a broad selection of books and CDs for both adults and children in settings which invite browsing. Information on the web. By Astral Media's Montreal Talk Rock Hot radio stations, CJAD 800, Virgin Radio 96, CHOM 97.7. This program is also supported by contributing members like you.
Welcome to the broadcast tonight. 30 years after the revolution that brought Islamic rule to Iran, we talked to 3 Iranian Americans, Vali Nasser, Azar Nafisi, and Human Maj.
before we start down the path of negotiations and saying what
they want to eat our rights is what they say sometimes. I'm not saying it's universal, but I think when it comes to
I would add actually something else. I mean, the point Azar raises is correct, that, whether or not it makes sense for a government that has so many economic problems to be putting so much money and emphasis and into a nuclear program and assume so much cost of supporting it. But, and there are some polls done in Iran that suggest that there is certain degree of support for this. But it's not inconceivable for a population to embrace something like nuclear weapons, nuclear program, particularly when everything else is wrong, to adopt this as a sign of essentially accomplishing something. We can look at India for
and function, and let the television or converter box find channels for you. Before we address antennas, it's important to know that the new digital signals work differently. Once you've upgraded, coupon at www.dtb2009.gov. To order a coupon, call 1-888-DTV-2009, but it could take 6 weeks or longer to get one. You could also ask a friend or family member if they have an extra coupon they can give you. We hope this program has helped you to upgrade to the crystal clear pictures of digital television.
Analog broadcasting ended February 17th on this Vermont Public Television station and other local stations. If you have questions about receiving our digital channels, please call our DTV helpline at 1-866-424-5483 during these hours. Wednesday, February 18th from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Thursday, February 19th from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. or Friday, February 20th from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. or visit www.vpt.org.
La radiodifusión analógica terminado el 17 de febrero en esta estación de televisión VPT y otras estaciones locales. Si tiene preguntas acerca de la recepción de nuestros canales digitales, por favor llame a nuestra línea de ayuda de DTV a 1-866-424-5483 durante esas horas. Miércoles 18 de febrero, 5 de la mañana a 9 de la noche. Jueves 19 de febrero, 5 de la mañana a 9 de la noche. Viernes 20 de febrero, 5 de la mañana a 8 de la noche. O visítenos en el web a www.vpt.org.
News coverage. Fox 11 News at 9.
Good morning. It is 10 o'clock, and in just a moment, WLUK will turn off its analog signal and move our digital signal from 51 to channel 11. If you're watching Fox 11 through cable or satellite, you may see a black screen for several minutes as the cable and satellite companies retune our digital signal. If you receive WLUK through an antenna, you will need to rescan your converter box or digital television set. If you have any questions, here's a toll-free number you can call, 1-888-225-5322. Thank you.
Foundation for Parkinson's research. 40 of them are here in our audience. Plus, we have one more very special runner who's going to jog on in here. Check this out.
TV analog signing off for good now. So you tell me when you want to flip it and we'll do it.
Just want to remind people one more time, they need to go into their menus, either on their digital television or on their converter, of course, and hit that auto program or auto scan. They might be surprised what they find.
Right. And they need to do that several times over the next few days, and that will assure that they do get a good reception.
Sounds good, Bob. Well, I think we're just about ready anytime for history.
Well, here it goes. We're going to sign off the analog for good. Good night.
This is a ceremonial goodbye. In 1954, WISN-TV signed on in Milwaukee as WTVW-TV.
And today marks the end of our original broadcast signal. In just about 8 minutes, WISN will say goodbye to TV as you've known it.
But before our analog transmitter is switched off for the last time, here's a look down WISN 12's memory lane in the company of some old friends.
Let us take you back to yesterday. 1954. Milwaukee is a bustling Back Bay town where brew is about to bubble into fame and a truly big league city. Henry Aaron takes Milwaukee home. World class Milwaukee Braves roster. The Supreme Court orders school integration with Brown v. the Board of Education. Rock and roll shakes up the airwaves as Elvis gyrates to
That's all I know, Mama, anyway do.
There to bring every golden moment home to viewers, Milwaukee's television window on the world. Newcomer, Channel 12.
We welcome you to this inaugural viewing.
Don Andreessen played a key role on our inaugural broadcast.
There was some urgency so we could have the network affiliation. So the general manager says, Don, go in the booth and do the sign-on. I said, okay.
Do you remember what you said?
It was basically, good afternoon. This is Channel 12, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, WTVW, Wisconsin's television window. And that was the sign-on.
And what was the network show we were ready to broadcast that first day?
WTVW starts carrying tonight's premiere performance of Walt Disney's Disneyland.
Joining a program schedule like no other.
I'd like to do just a little rundown of some of the programs on WTVW.
Well, here he is in the lobby of the theater. It's Pops, the assistant manager.
There's that favorite among many, Dennis James, with Chance of a Lifetime.
Hi, boys and girls. It's time to join Punky and his pals.
Sports-wise, we'll have 2 good boxing shows for you each week.
After a year on the air, Channel 12 gets a new owner, and we get new call letters.
WISN-TV, Milwaukee.
WISN 12 is born.
A new 1,105-foot tower went up, while a new $1,250,000 facility was constructed.
As the station grows, so does its visibility in the community, thanks to an extraordinary his and her team.
12 has Howard and Rosemary, and here they are.
Did you ever think when you married that good-looking guy that you're going to wind up being a TV star for a sizable part of your life?
You calling me a star?
I am.
Oh, my God.
And you have all the moves.
No, I didn't.
Rosemary may protest a bit too much. She and her husband, Howard Gurnett, actually their name was Gurnetsky, were heaven to watch on 12 for 16 and a half years. They made local television history, combining celebrity interviews with down-home conversation.
The bigger the star was, the nicer they were. Really and truly. I'm talking about the Milton Burrows and the Bob Hopes and, Joan Rivers and Carol Channing. Well, there are no other 2 people like you anywhere else. There's nothing better than live television.
And then we're going to find out about FOM.
FOM?
Right. So come on in, Helen.
Oh, friends of
Gene.
what? Friends of what?
Why did I say Helen?
Everybody kind of flew by the seat of their pants.
You belong to the whole community.
I think we had a great rapport with our audience. I know we did. Because I still have a great rapport. And if Howard were still alive, we would have that same rapport. They're very caring. And they were very true to Channel 12.
From the very beginning, the focus of the station, the heart and soul of the station, was its newsroom.
I took pride in every show that we did here.
When chief photographer Mike Crivello came to Channel 12, news was shot on film.
We could shoot 100 feet of film, which is 3 minutes, and we didn't know if we had anything or not till we got back, put it in the processor, and it came out. And you look at it, every time it came out, you marveled, boy,
Scared.
there is a God.
From hard news to sports, Crivello says every story was a chance to learn something about human nature.
I get to Green Bay, and I look, and all the cameras are about a block away from the practice. I figure, boy, you can't get any footage that way. How can you get good footage that way? And Coach Lombardi, his back is to me. And he didn't see me or anything, and I didn't realize. I didn't know you weren't allowed to be on stage. I didn't have any clue, you know?
Yeah.
So I walk up, and I tap him on the shoulder. He turns around, I said, Coach Lombardi. He looked at me and said, Mike Crivello, Channel 12 in Milwaukee. He gave me the strangest look. He said, are you an Italian boy? I said, yes, sir. He shook his head, and he said, introduced me to his son. He said, just stay with him. And he told me that when he goes like this, don't shoot any film, because that was something they were planning for the following week, for the game. So when he would do that, I'd put the camera on the ground. Yeah, I was the only guy ever allowed on that field.
Still the one with something new. Still the one that's gonna see you through. You're still having fun at Channel 12 to 1.
This is Channel 12 Action News.
Good evening, everyone. We had a team again develop here. That was the most exciting thing going on in the country.
Bunny Rosh Houghton is talking about the Channel 12 news team, which she led during the 1970s and 80s.
However,
the men and women who have come into your homes over the years, sharing stories, touching lives.
We discovered something very phenomenal, and that was that the Milwaukee news audience was more sophisticated, more hungry for depth, more hungry for information than virtually any other city in the country. We sent a crew to Sarajevo.
Yeah.
We were the first local station ever credentialed for the Olympics. We were the first station in the Midwest to really send people out to cover the political conventions. The memories of working with this team give me great joy and great pride.
So happy together.
It's been a happy union indeed. If our ABC program and our Channel 12 news team put us on the map, hello, Milwaukee.
Hello, Milwaukee.
It was our promotion that won the race for viewers.
You're the best hometown I know. Hello, Milwaukee. Hello, Milwaukee. Channel 12 loves you.
Seven-day focus on the weekend. Tomorrow looks pretty bright. We'll see some sunshine. Lower 70s inland, 60s coast. Saturday night into Sunday, though, we'll see a little bit more rain.
And stay with WBZ today for more on the Clark Rockefeller verdict. Guilty on 2 counts. Sentencing at 2 o'clock. We'll have that online for you, and the complete wrap at 5 o'clock.
Enjoy the rest of your Friday and enjoy your weekend.
Out of the thousands upon thousands of furniture stores in the United States, how many offer you a choice of 10 different bedrooms for just $9.99 each? No wonder My Bottom Discount Furniture was voted #1 National Furniture Retailer of the Year.
Not playing with the kids?
Not on these legs. Poor leg circulation. Doctor says it's PAD.
Peripheral artery disease? More than doubles your risk for a heart attack or stroke.
So I hear.
Better ask your doctor about Plavix. Plavix can help protect you from a heart attack or stroke. Plavix helps keep blood platelets from sticking together and forming clots, the cause of most heart attacks and strokes.
My cousin, the MD.
Call your doctor about Plavix.
If you have a stomach ulcer or other condition that causes bleeding, you should not use Plavix. When taking Plavix alone or with some other medicines, including aspirin, the risk of bleeding may increase. So tell your doctor before planning surgery. And always talk to your doctor before taking aspirin or other medicines with Plavix, especially if you've had a stroke. If you develop fever, unexplained weakness, or confusion, tell your doctor promptly, as these may be signs of a rare but potentially life-threatening condition called TTP, which has been reported rarely, sometimes in less than 2 weeks after starting therapy. Other rare but serious side effects may occur.
Our clients absolutely expect a high level of performance and a high level of results. So now how did the accident happen? This is how we move forward. We are not about to let our clients down under any circumstances. Under any circumstances. We'll be able to get everything together. We'll be able to take you to the hospital. For over 25 years, helping people who are injured through no fault of their own get what they deserve is something that I absolutely believe is worth fighting for.
Tempur-Pedic, $14.99. My Bobo-Pedic, $5.99. Does spending more guarantee a better night's sleep? Shouldn't you keep that extra $900 and run? You can't beat number one. No way, no how.
Olivia Newton-John. Let's
Hello, I'm Mike DeSerio from the National Association of Broadcasters.
July 12th. Again, thank you very much. And thank you for joining us. See you next time.
Funding for Charlie Rose has been provided by the following. 60% of all waste can be recycled. Beverage cans and bottles are among the most recycled in the world. And we're also working toward more efficient beverage containers, one drop at a time. Additional funding for Charlie Rose was also provided by these funders.
And by Bloomberg, a provider of multimedia news and information services worldwide.
We are PBS. Charlie Rose is made possible on GBH by the financial support of members like you, in partnership with
The Portfolio 360 Graduate Business Program at Bentley University. Comprehensive MBA and MS programs designed to meet your career goals. On campus and online. Earn a dual degree in 24 months. Bentley.edu.
This fall, Ken Burns will be your guide on a journey over a century long and a continent wide. A trail blazed by pioneers and marked by milestones. Come explore the national parks. Coming in September to PBS.
They're just a couple of rock and roll Hall of Famers here to jam on great performances. Eric Clapton and Steve Winwood together again for a full set of licks, frets, and favorites. Look for Eric Clapton and Steve Winwood live from Madison Square Garden, only on Great Performances.
this month on WGBH.
You've probably already heard about the transition to digital television, or DTV.
There's still a little time left before the deadline, but why wait? DTV is here now.
If you watch TV with an antenna, installing a converter box will give you a clearer picture and many more free channels.
Converter boxes are in stores now, and hooking them up is easy. Give us a call or go online for tips on connecting a box to your TV.
It's time to make sure that your TV is digital TV.
I'm Alan Cumming.
Next time on Masterpiece Mystery.
There will be no funerals. Nothing ever happened here.
A war always hides a great many dirty secrets, and this secret's very dirty indeed.
It's what we've been waiting for. The German army coming in to surrender.
It's over. Can't believe it.
The final episode of Foyle's War on Masterpiece Mystery.
Sunday night on GBH2.
And we have to come back into the VCR. And if we go back to the box right here, there are a couple sets of cables. 2 of them, in fact. Now, some TVs use these types of cables. They're called RCAs. And they've got a whole bunch of different inputs and outputs. But a second option right here is this cable with a little pin in the middle. Mm-hmm. And actually, for our purposes, this is going to be the easiest. So we are going to go from converter box using this cable. Let's push that in there, a nice fit, into your VCR right here. And believe it or not, that is almost all we have to do. Now we're just going to power this up, and then we're going to program your channels using the remote. All right, I've got the converter box plugged in, and now we've got to get this guy to scan all the channels you have available here. So let's turn this on. Frank, can you hand me that remote? This came with the converter box. It's got a little power button right here. Blue light tells us that the converter box is on. And now we have to turn your TV on. And we want to make sure that we go to channel 3 on your television. So let's get to channel 3. And you will see a welcome screen right here.
Robitussin knows one of the reasons we cough is to help clear away mucus. Robitussin DM Max has a double dose of the medicine that helps clear mucus while also controlling your cough. Robitussin DM Max, double the strength against mucus for a reason.
I had no idea.
No clue.
I'd have missed it. What we didn't know could have cost us.
Your life has a lot of tax deductions you might miss. That's why TurboTax has a deduction maximizer that easily identifies over 350 deductions.
It's like, look, there's another one. Get it.
Based on your unique situation, it shows you if you qualify and how much you'll save.
Cha-ching! It's like Christmas all over again.
We're going to spend it on diapers.
TurboTax. Choose easy.
孩子们在荡着秋千，孩子们在荡着秋千，孩子们在荡着秋千的夏天。
Advanced medical imaging technology from GE is helping places like rural China fall in love with modern healthcare.
Hey, Dawn! What, you think this is wrong?
It's a little gift from Mother Nature. I'll tell you what's wrong. It's cell phone companies charging hidden fees. That's why I got myself Boost Mobile. Their $50 monthly unlimited plan has no hidden fees. None.
Hidden fees are annoying. $50 unlimited.
You caused him to be late. You were late. Why shouldn't you pay?
Why shouldn't I pay? Because I had no contract in which to stay there.
How long did you stay there?
I stayed there, like off and on in July. Like I was there moving stuff in. So half of July and all of August.
Did you ever pay him any money?
I did.
How much?
For August, I paid him $150 for a deposit. Because I gave him $150 and I told him I was going to give him
You just told me you never had an agreement.
Well, it's not a contractual agreement.
That's exactly what it is. It's an oral agreement. And you paid a deposit towards your agreement. For what reason?
To rent his room.
Rent.
Right.
You had an oil agreement, or you created a tenancy when you paid him for rent.
Okay.
So it was you doing all this late paying and causing him to be late. So $222 for those reasons. Okay. You are. Good to hear that you're in school. I'm proud of you. You overcome those barriers by yourself. So what are you? You preaching now, or what are you doing? What are you doing?
No, sir. Actually, I've been taking a couple of quarters off, but I'll be starting school next month.
Where?
The Cap Tech.
Good. All right, I'm proud of you. Judgment for the plaintiff.
PSD-TV is owned and operated by Paducah Newspapers Incorporated. Our transmitter has an effective radiated maximum power of 100 kilowatts video and 15 kilowatts of stereo audio on Channel 6. Our transmitter is located at Monkey's Eyebrow, Kentucky, with studios and offices at 100 Television Lane, Paducah, Kentucky. The studio and transmitter are interconnected by a microwave system with call letters KJH49, operating on 6,975 to 7,000 megahertz. WPSD-TV owns and operates a 10-watt translator W10AH, Channel 10, in the Carbondale, Illinois city limits. We welcome your comments and suggestions. Mail them to WPSD-TV, P.O. Box 1197, Paducah, Kentucky, 42002-1197. Everyone here at WPSD-TV extends to you a pleasant good morning.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Mark Alford, live in the Digital Center, Analog Center, soon to be totally digital here at the Fox 4 Studios. Jim Moore is our chief engineer. Come on in here, Jim. This is our analog signal, and behind us there is the digital signal, and you can tell there's a slight delay, right? Yes? And you're going to be pushing the button in just a second, but first, we want to bring you this, one of the last things we will ever broadcast on WDAF in an analog signal. for WDAF TV, Fox 4. 60 years of working for you. Jim Moore, will you do the honors?
Here we go.
We have reached that pivotal moment in television history. After talking about it for more than 2 years, the moment has finally arrived for WRAL to make the DTV transition.
WRAL's Monica LaLiberty and the president and CEO of Capital Broadcasting, Jim Goodman, join us again from the transmitter in Auburn. Time to flip that switch, Monica.
Oh my gosh, we are ready. You know that this really should be a non-event for most television viewers. I mean, 42% of the country has actually already made the switch. Remember, we were originally supposed to do it in February, and then it was delayed to give folks more time. But yes, today is the day now officially for everybody. It's the end. I am here. There is the button. I've got Jim Goodman here ready to make that switch. But I want to quickly remind everybody, when we do that, we are going to go off the air for about 5 minutes. And that is the time, except if you're a Time Warner Cable customer, you won't notice anything, or at least that's what we're hoping. But we're going to go off the air for about 5 minutes, and that is the time that if you get us over the air with an antenna, you have an converter box, that you go ahead and unplug your television, unplug your converter box so that you can rescan for channels. But now it's time. Let's do it. Are you ready?
Thank you, ever talk to. Okay, I'm ready.
Don't hit the wrong button.
I want that. So here's what we're doing.
Okay.
If you're watching WRAL TV Channel 5 analog over the air right now with an antenna, we're turning her off. She's going to be gone. So then you're going to start watching WRAL on digital, right? So we're going to turn off the analog.
Let me step out of the way.
I'm going to do one and you do one. I'm going to turn off the play voltage and you go turn off the film. I'm going to turn off play.
All right, the time has come to make the switch. We are going to go from analog to digital in moments. Let's get to Stephen Cooper live, getting ready to throw the switch for us here. Stephen, take her away.
Thanks, Eric. This is it. This is the actual countdown. I want viewers to keep aware of the monitors behind me. In this monitor, you will see what happens when we do indeed switch off our analog signal. So those of you who are watching us on cable or satellite, look at what happens here. What happens over there is what stays on the air. Frank Torbert is here. He's our chief engineer. I'm going to count you down, right, to the switch. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from Victory Park, this is News 8 Midday in high definition.
This is the story of the day, and the countdown is on. The digital transition happens in just minutes, and we want to make sure you're prepared. On the left, you see the phone banks we've set up for you. Now, write down this number. It's 972-988-8888. Any issues with your television after we flip off our analog signal, you need to call. Again, that number, 972-988-8888. On the right is our tower that transmits that analog signal. In just a few minutes, one of our engineers will flip the switch. The analog signal will go away. It's a plan we've been working on for years. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Chris Flanagan. Thanks for joining us at Victory Park in HD. Well, the action is down in Cedar Hill. That's where our transmitter is located, and that's where we find Channel 8's Jim Douglas. Jim, this is the end of an era, and the transition into something totally new.
It's a historic moment. You're exactly right, and that's why we have some history here with us. Retired WFAA engineers who have come down here just for this moment. If you're watching us from an antenna or through rabbit ears, you've got to have your converter box plugged in now, or else in just about 3 minutes, you're going to be going back to the age of FDR and the fireside chats. David Johnson, our head engineer, very quickly, walk us through what they need to be doing, David.
Okay, you need to make sure your converter box is connected to either a pair of rabbit ears or preferably an outside antenna. And then you're going to have a short cable from your converter box back to your TV set, okay? Most of you hopefully have already done that by now because time is out. But the most important thing is that when we turn off analog, that you do a rescan. And that's as simple as pressing the remote on your
converter box, switching over, select auto tune, and rescan your converter box or HD TV set. That's very important.
Need to reprogram.
Reprogram it so you can pick up our new Channel 8 digital signal.
Again, you're watching analog on the left, digital on the right, and we do have a phone bank standing by to answer these questions for you. It's 972-988-8888. We got as many 8s in there as we can get. So dial that number if you have problems after we make this switch about 55 seconds from now. I want to move over to Don Gimmer because this is something that's been going on here at Channel 8 for about 10 years. Don's one of our engineers who worked on this. You actually flipped it over to the digital switch in 1998.
Yes, that's correct. I turned on the transmitter right here behind you when we signed on our digital signal back in February of 98.
At that point, there was no programming. Now we've got that program.
That's correct. We had to strive to get a lot of stuff on the air back then because there really wasn't anything to put on.
Don, how big a step is this?
This is like going from a manual transmission to an automatic, actually, and it's kind of exciting. I just can't wait to get it over with here.
The biggest change since color and black and white.
Basically, yes, I would say that too.
Okay, we have 6 seconds right now, so let me count you down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit it, Don.
There it went.
Okay, welcome back. We are about 1 minute away now from the switch over to digital television. Just to let you know what we're doing here, we have volunteers here manning the phones. If you have any questions, we're going to give you a phone number where you can call in and ask them after we make the switch. Now, by the way, here you see, there's the phone number, 1-877-239-2931. Back out live here, we are 40 seconds away from the switch. If you have one of these old, let's take a live picture, guys. Back out here, if you have one of these old analog television sets, these are the ones that are going to be affected that will be no longer in use about 30 seconds from now. I want to take you live now out to our Walnut Creek location. That's where we have the big tower. You can see a split screen on your TV set right now. Inside that tower, we have a control room. This is where we are physically going to make a switch with that engineer you see standing there live right now. As they count down on the clock there, you can see on the upper right-hand side of your screen, we're now down to 10 seconds and counting. So in about 5 seconds, this switch will take place. Analog television is going away in 3, 2, 1. We are now in digital television. From this point forward, there will no longer be... In digital television, from this point forward, there will no longer be any more analog television anywhere. It will all be digital. So if you have one of those flat screen TVs, you're in great shape. Of course, if you're hooked up to cable, if you're hooked up to a satellite, if you have one of those converter boxes, you're going to need to get one of those for the TV. Now, by the way, these volunteers are going to be here through the 6 o'clock hour, so there's a lot more questions to answer, and this is what will happen if you have an old analog television.
Cairo 7 weather on the go with CairoTV.com mobile.
Good morning from the Cairo 7 Weather Center and a live view from our city cam atop the tower. We're about to make television history and switch over to all digital transmissions. A little cloudy from the sound right now, but we will continue to clear out, see mid-60s by lunchtime and a high this afternoon in the lower 70s and just some partly cloudy skies this weekend, staying 70 to 75.
You got a little too drunk. She drove home. She had an accident. The car had serious damage. You want her to pay the bill.
Next, Judge Judy.
She did the wrong thing, and she did the wrong thing.
Why are we here?
That's why we're here.
Today at 4 and 4:30 on Cairo 7. In just seconds, the FCC-mandated DTV transition will take place. Stations like Cairo 7 are turning off their analog signal and will broadcast only in digital. If you use a rooftop antenna or rabbit ears, here's what you'll need to do to receive digital programming. Install a converter box and make sure you have a dual-band VHF-UHF antenna. You'll find these items at your local retail store. You can still get discount coupons from the FCC for converter boxes. If you have a digital TV, use the rescan function. If you're a cable or satellite customer and lose your signal, contact your provider. If your TV no longer receives this channel within the next few seconds, call the DTV hotline number on your screen or find information at CairoTV.com. Click on Digital TV under the Station tab.
KIRO TV, Channel 7, Seattle.
Technology. And now something old and reliable and familiar is going away forever. So we will now sign off KXTV Channel 10 and KXTV Digital Channel 61.
Sacramento, Stockton, Modesto. KXTV News 10 will be completely off the air for about a minute. We will sign back on with our new digital transmitter. If you're receiving our signal off air through an antenna, you'll need to do a channel scan on your TV or your converter box. When we sign back on, we'll be coming up on a different frequency. That's the reason for the scan. So this is KXTV Channel 10, KXTV Digital Channel 61, signing off. As I said, we're going to be off for about a minute. The only people seeing us right now are Comcast subscribers in the Sacramento area. If you're receiving us over the air right now, well, you're not seeing us. Or if you're receiving us satellite and you're not seeing us either. It is only the people who are receiving us through Comcast cable just in the Sacramento area that are still seeing us right now. We are going to be on here for...
From analog to digital television has been delayed from February 17th to June 12th. But the FCC is allowing stations under certain circumstances to transition earlier. Georgia Public Broadcasting's 9 transmitters serving the state of Georgia will end analog operations as originally scheduled on February 17th due to aging equipment and budget considerations. GPB's new digital transmitters will go on the air at higher power shortly after midnight on Wednesday, February 18th. Viewers of GPB who are not cable or satellite subscribers who watch over the air can receive us on a digital television set or an older analog television with a digital to analog converter box. The boxes are available at retail stores which carry electronic equipment. For more information about receiving digital television service, go to GPB's website at www.gpb.org. If you'd like to make comments or need additional information about GPB's analog shutoff and digital conversion, contact GPB at 260 14th Street Northwest, Atlanta 30318, or call 1-800-222-4788, or send an email to ask@gpb.org. And thank you for watching Georgia Public Broadcasting.
This is Georgia Public Broadcasting, your PBS station serving all of Georgia.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia on my mind. I said, Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. Other arms reach out to me. Other eyes smile tenderly. Still in the peaceful dreams I see, the road leads back to you. Whoa, Georgia, Georgia. No peace I've had. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. I say just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind.
and maybe more. So I'm calling Nightline. It's casual, flirty chat with the coolest people. I always have such a great time. I have so much fun every night. It's amazing how easy it is to hook up on Nightline. The best party in town, and it's free to try. You don't want to miss it tonight. So pick up your phone and call Nightline now.
Napakalamig. Kamay mo. Wait lang.
As we have previously announced,
Baka nakahay ka.
KFUY Television Santa Rosa, the Bay Area's TV 50, plans to complete its transition to digital television and discontinue analog broadcasting on February 17, 2009, even though the national transition date has been moved to June 12, 2009. After February 17th, you can continue to receive TV50 programming using a digital television or converter box. You can obtain a converter box from local retailers listed on the website dtv2009.gov. If you watch TV50 through a cable or satellite provider, you do not need a converter box. If you have questions about TV50's transition to digital television, please call us at 707-526-5050. Email us at comments@kfty.com or write us at 533 Mendocino Avenue, Santa Rosa, California, 95401.